this? A garden. And look, a tea table. It almost looks as though it stretches on forever. Why, there's no one here save those three tucked at the end of the table.
No room.
There's plenty of room. I don't know who you are.
I am the March Hare. That's the Hatter. And this is the Dormouse. Have some wine?
I don't see any wine.
There isn't any.
Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It's laid for a great many more than three.
Your hair wants cutting.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Come, we shall have some fun now. I'm glad you've begun asking riddles. I believe I can guess that.
So you mean to think you can find out the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least, I mean what I say. That's the same thing, you know.
Not the same thing a bit. Why, you might as well just say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might just as well say that I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like.
You might just as well say that I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing with you. What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs must have gotten in as well. You shouldn't have put it in with the bread knife.
It was the best butter, you know.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month and doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't quite understand you. What you said had no sort of meaning in it, and yet it was certainly English.
The Dormouse is asleep again.
Of course. Just what I was going to remark myself.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I.
I think you might do something better with the time than wasting it in asking riddles that have no answers.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoke to time.
Perhaps not, but I know I have to beat time when I learn music.
Ah, that accounts for it. He won't stand beating. Now, if you only kept on good terms with him, he'd do almost anything you liked with the clock. For instance, suppose it were 9 o'clock in the morning. Just time to begin lessons. You'd only have to whisper a hint to time, and round go the clock in a twinkling. 1:30, time for dinner!
Oh, I only wish it was.
That would be grand, certainly, but then I shouldn't be hungry for it, you know.
Not at first, perhaps, but you could keep it at 1:30 as long as you liked.
Is that the way you manage?
Not I. We quarreled last March, just before he went mad, you know. It was the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. You know the song, perhaps.
I've heard something like it.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Well, I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen bawled out, "He's murdering the time, off with his head!"
How dreadfully savage!
And ever since that, he won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6 o'clock now.
Is that the reason so many tea things are put out here?
Yes, that's it. It's always tea time, and we've no such time to wash the things between whiles.
Then you keep moving round, I suppose.
Exactly so, as the things get used up.
But when you come to the beginning again...
Suppose we change the subject. I vote the young lady tells us a story.
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Then the Dormouse shall.
Wake up, Dormouse.
I wasn't asleep. I heard every word you fellows were saying.
Tell us a story.
Yes, please do.
And be quick about it, or you'll be asleep again before it's done.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and their names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly, and they lived at the bottom of a well.
What did they live on?
They lived on treacle,
They couldn't have done that, you know. They'd have all been ill.
so they were very, very ill.
But why do they live at the bottom of a well?
Take some more tea.
I've had nothing yet, so I can't take more.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
Nobody asked your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
Why did they live at the bottom of a well?
It was a treacle well.
There's no such thing.
Shh, shh, shh.
If you can't be civil, you'd better finish the story for yourself.
No, please go on. I won't interrupt you again. I dare say there may be one.
One indeed. And so these 3 little sisters, they were learning to draw, you know.
What did they draw?
Treacle.
I want a clean cup. Let's all move one place on.
I'm worse off than I was before. You've upset the milk jug into your plate.
It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited.
Where did they draw the treacle from?
You can draw water out of a water well. So I should think you could draw a treacle out of a treacle well, eh, stupid?
But they were in the well.
Of course they were. Well, in. They were learning to draw, and they drew all manner of things. Everything that begins with an M.
Why with an M?
Why not?
That begins with an M. Such as mousetraps and the moon and memory and muchness. You know, you say things are much of a muchness. Did you ever see such a thing as a drawing of a muchness?
Did you?
Really? Now you ask me. I don't think...
Then you shouldn't talk.
No.
You are very rude. It's the stupidest tea party I ever was in all my life. And here's that silly rabbit again. And who's this frog with him?
No room! No room!
No room! No room!
No room!
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet.
No room! No room!
No room!
No
No
room!
room! No room!
She's at it again.
It's perfectly disgusting.
Let's move on.
There's no sort in the use in knocking, and that is for 2 reasons. First, because I'm on the same side of the door as you are. Secondly, because they're making such a noise inside, no one could possibly hear you.
Please then, how am I to get in?
There might be some sense in your knocking if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside, you might knock and I could let you out, you know?
How am I to get in?
I shall sit here till tomorrow. Or next day, maybe.
How am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That's the first question, you know.
It's really dreadful the way all you creatures argue. It's enough to drive one crazy.
I shall sit here, on and off, for days and days.
But what am I to do?
Anything you like.
Where's the servant whose business it is to answer the door?
Which door?
This door, of course.
To answer the door. What's it been asking for?
I don't know what you mean.
I speaks English, doesn't I? Are you deaf? What did it ask you?
Nothing. I've been knocking at it.
Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. Vexes it, you know. You let it alone, and it'll let you alone, you know?
Oh, there's no use talking to you.
Achoo! Achoo! If everybody minded her own business.
Achoo! It's pepper.
Of course, my cook puts it in the soup.
There's certainly too much pepper in the soup.
Sneeze then, and get rid of it.
Oh dear. What a cook to have. Oh, please mind what you're doing.
If everybody minded her own business, the world would go round a deal faster than it does.
Which would not be an advantage. Just think what work it would make with the day and night. You see, the Earth takes 24 hours to turn round on its axis.
Talking of axes, chop off her head!
Oh, what's that?
Cat, of course.
Why does it grin like that?
It's a Cheshire Cat. That's why.
I didn't know that Cheshire Cats always grinned. In fact, I didn't know that cats could grin.
They all can, and most of them do.
I don't know of any that do.
You don't know much, and that's a fact. I must go and get ready to play croquet with the Queen.
Cheshire Cat, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to walk from here?
That depends a good deal on where you want to get to.
I don't much care where,
Then it doesn't matter which way you walk.
so long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that, if you only walk for long enough.
Please, will you tell me what sort of people live about here?
All mad people.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. The frog's mad. He's dreaming now, and what do you think he's dreaming about?
Nobody could guess that.
Why, about you. And if he left off dreaming about you, where do you suppose you'd be?
Where I am now, of course.
Not you. You'd be nowhere. Why, you're only a sort of thing in his dream. And you're mad too.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here.
How do you know that you're mad?
To begin with, a dog's not mad. You grant that?
I suppose so.
Well then, you see, a dog growls when it's angry and wags its tail when it's pleased. Now I growl when I'm pleased and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I am mad.
I call it purring, not growling.
Call it what you like. Do you play croquet with the Queen today?
I should like it very much, but I haven't been invited yet.
You'll see me there.
Oh my! He's vanished! Who are these two approaching just now? One just looks like the other, each with an arm around the other's neck. Tweedle Dee!
Dumb. If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay. Contrariwise, if you think we're alive, you ought to speak. The first thing in a visit is to say, how do you do, and shake hands.
Which one do I shake? Would you tell me which road leads out of...
What shall I repeat to her? The walrus and the carpenter is the longest. The sun was shining.
If it's very long, would you please tell me first which road...
The moon was shining sulkily. The sea was wet as wet could be. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more. The walrus and the carpenter walked up a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Now if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. The night is fine, the walrus said, do you admire the view? The carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf, I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick, after we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. Oh, oyster, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every... Do you see that?
It's only a rattle.
I knew it was. It's spoiled, of course, my nice new rattle. You agree to have a battle? I suppose so. Let's fight till dinner.
I wonder what is going to happen next.
Who is this knave? Idiot! What's your name, child?
My name is Alice, so please your majesty.
Off with her head! Off!
Nonsense.
Consider, my dear, she is only a child.
Can you play croquet?
Yes.
Come on then, get to your places. Where are the mallets?
Here.
Those aren't mallets. They're flamingos.
Of course they are. What else would you play croquet with?
Off with his head!
Oh, what fun!
What is the fun?
Why, she? Oh, it's all her fancy that. They never execute anyone.
What does one do?
Get to your places. Knave, form yourself into an arch for the game.
Where are the chess queens?
Under the sentence of execution.
What for?
Did you say, what a pity?
No, I didn't. I don't think it's at all a pity. I said, what for?
They boxed the queen's ears. Oh, hush. The queen will hear you. You see, you came rather late, and the queen said... Oh, dear. The queen hears me.
You there, Knave. Did she call you? How can you go on thinking so quietly with your head downwards?
What does it matter where my body happens to be? Well, my mind goes on working just the same. The fact of it is, the more head downwards I am, the more I keep on inventing new things.
Did you happen to meet any soldiers, my dear, as you came through the wood?
Yes, I did. Several thousand, I should think.
4,207. That's the exact number. They couldn't send all the horses, you know, because 2 of them were wanted in the game, and I haven't sent the 2 messengers either.
What's the war about?
The Red Chest King has the whole army against us, but he can't kill a man who has 13 hearts. Just look along the road and tell me if you see either of my messengers.
I see nobody on the road.
I only wish I had such eyes, to be able to see nobody. And at the distance, too. Why, it's as much as I can do to see real people by this light.
I see somebody now, but he's coming very slowly. And what a curious attitude he goes into, skipping up and down and wriggling like an eel.
Not at all. Those are Anglo-Saxon attitudes. He only does them when he's happy. I must have 2 messengers, you know, to come and go. One to come and one to go.
I beg your pardon.
It isn't respectable to beg.
I only meant that I didn't understand why one to come and one to go.
Don't I tell you, I must have 2 to fetch and carry. One to fetch and one to carry. You alarm me. I feel faint. Give me a ham sandwich. Another sandwich.
There's nothing but hay left now.
Hay, then. There's nothing like eating hay when you're faint.
I should think throwing cold water over you would be better.
I didn't say there was nothing better. I said there was nothing like it. Who did you pass on the road?
Nobody.
Quite right. This young lady saw him too. So of course nobody walks slower than you.
I do my best. I'm sure nobody walks much faster than I do.
He can't do that, or else he'd have been here first. However, now you've got your breath, you may tell us what's happened in the town.
I'll whisper it. They're at it again!
Do you call that a whisper? If you do such a thing again, I'll have you butted. It went through and through my head like an earthquake. Give me details, quick.
The details? Of course, I can give you the details. Come. Yes.
You can't think how glad I am to see you again, you dear old thing.
Oh.
You're thinking about something, my dear, and that makes you forget to talk. I can't tell you just now what the moral of that is, but I shall remember it in a bit.
Perhaps it isn't one.
Tut, tut, child. Everything's got a moral, if only you can find it.
The game's going on rather better now.
'Tis so, and the moral of that is, oh, 'tis love that makes the world go round.
Somebody said that it's done by everybody minding their own business.
Ah, well, it means much the same thing. And the moral of that is, take care of the scents, and the sounds will take care of themselves.
How fond you are of finding morals in things.
I dare say you're wondering why I don't put my arm around your waist. The reason is that I'm doubtful about the temper of your flamingo. Shall I try the experiment?
He might bite.
Very true. Flamingos and mustard both bite. And the moral of that is, birds of a feather flock together.
Only mustard isn't a bird.
Right, as usual. What a clear way you have of putting things.
It's a mineral, I think.
Of course it is. There's a large mustard mine near here. And the moral of that is, the more there is of mine, the less there is of yours.
Oh, I know it's a vegetable. It doesn't look like one, but it is.
I quite agree with you. And the moral of that is, be what you would seem to be. Or, if you'd like it put more simply, never imagine yourself not to be otherwise than what it might appear to others that what you were, or might have been, was not otherwise than what you had been, would have appeared to them to be otherwise.
I think I should understand that better if I had it written down, but I can't quite follow it as you say it.
That's nothing to what I could say if I chose.
Pray, don't trouble yourself to say it any longer than that.
Oh, don't talk about trouble. I make you a present of everything I've said as yet. Thinking again?
I've got a right to think.
Just about as much right as pigs have to fly, and the moral...
Ahem.
Fine day, Your Majesty.
Now I give you fair warning. Either you or your head must be off. And that in about half no time. Take your choice.
I will take my leave.
Let's go on with the game.
How are you getting on?
It's no use speaking till you tell your ears have come. I don't think they play at all fairly, and they all quarrel so, and they don't seem to have any rules in particular. And you've no idea how confusing it is with all things alive. There's the arch I've got to go through next, walking about at the other end of the ground. And I should have croqueted thou queen's hedgehog just now, only it ran away when it saw mine coming.
How do you like the queen?
Not at all. She's so extremely... likely to win. That it's hardly worthwhile finishing the game.
Who are you talking to?
It's a friend of mine, a Cheshire Cat. Allow me to introduce it.
I don't like the look of it at all. However, it may kiss my hand if it likes.
I'd rather not.
Don't be impertinent and don't look at me like that.
A cat may look at a king. I've read in some books, but I don't remember where.
Well, it must be removed. My dear, I wish you'd have this cat removed.
Off with his head!
But you can't cut off a head unless there's a body to cut it off from.
Anything that has a head can be beheaded.
If something isn't done about it in less than no time, I'll have everybody executed all around.
It belongs to the Duchess. You'd better ask her about it.
It's a lie!
You'd better ask me. Do it if you can.
Cut it off!
It's gone.
It's gone!
It's gone! It's gone!
It's gone!
Where?
Where?
It's gone! Where?
Cut it off! Cut them all off!
No.
No.
No!
Save me! Save me!
Run, child!